Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to the Krishnatarian way of cooking. So we are going to make today homemade noodles from scratch. For this I am going to take nearly 2 cups of all-purpose flour at once and strain it using a strainer. Once that is done, then I am going to take nearly 3/4 cups of water, and in that I am going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to mix it well, and then I'm going to add it to this flour. Please make sure that do not add more than 3/4 cups because we need a stiff dough, not too soft, because that will not help with making the noodles. You can also use wheat flour if you want to, but I am going to show you this authentic noodles how it looks. So I'm going to make sure to knead it well for nearly 10 minutes. I'm going to knead it. Now I'm going to put this dough in a Ziploc bag and making sure that there is no air inside that Ziploc bag, and then I'm going to start pressing it. I have to give a lot of pressure, so make sure that you do the same thing. So I'm going to put this pressure on this dough nicely from all sides. Once this dough has spread a little bit, then I'm going to take a rolling pin, and after taking a rolling pin I'm going to roll it like this. So after pressing it like this, I'm going to remove this dough out, and then I'm going to fold it twice and then again put it in the Ziploc bag, and then repeat the same procedure. This procedure you have to repeat nearly 5 to 6 times because that will help us to give this extra layer and also make the dough very soft and activate the gluten inside of it. You can also punch the dough in this manner and then roll the pin. Now I will remove this dough out, and then I will fold it nicely in this manner, and then I'm going to make a nice round shape of it. And then I'm going to add this in a plastic wrap or a saran wrap I can use, and then I'm going to keep this aside near a warm place for around 30 minutes. This is a procedure because of which our noodles have this stretchy texture to it. So after this 30 minutes of time is done, I'm going to sprinkle some flour on it and then remove this dough out from this saran wrap. And then I'm going to roll this dough using a nice big rolling pin. Using flour is very much important while kneading the dough. You have to use a lot of flour so that there is no stickiness on the dough, because that is what is going to help us to make the noodles non-sticky and also stretchy. Please check how I am doing the entire rolling process. It is very important to be very careful during the time of rolling the dough. Now I am folding this dough on this rolling pin is because it helps to stretch the dough more. So I'm going to just roll it like this, and then this has helped the dough to stretch. Now I'm going to sprinkle some flour and again start rolling. You see that with that 2 cups of flour I made this dough so big. It is all because of that beating process which helped to activate the gluten inside. Now after sprinkling the flour and spreading it all over, I'm going to again stretch it like that. And now I'm going to fold it in this manner. That's it. So I'm going to actually show you two different methods. One is making the shapes of the noodle with the help of a knife, and the other is by using a machine. Now this machine which I'm going to use is not a very reliable machine, so I'm going to change that particular equipment pretty soon. I will be sharing a link in the description of very nice pasta or noodle making machines if you are interested to use machines for making the noodles. But this is how I'm cutting now the noodles, and I'll show you how I will be using this small patch of dough to make one entire batch of noodles. If you have seen this particular dough, which was such a small size, it has extended to a nice size. So now I am going to cut the dough in this manner. Now what you can do is, after cutting, you can at that time only stretch the cut part of the dough, or you can just keep it aside, and while you're putting it in the water you can stretch that dough. I'll show you that particular thing in the future process. While I am cutting this particular dough, I have also kept aside an entire big bowl of water to heat, so that we can start cooking our noodles. So here it is heating, and I added nearly 1 tablespoon of oil. It just helps the dough to not stick together while the noodles are cooking. So once it starts boiling, then I'm going to add the strips. This strip, if you see, I have extended it. The same cut, small cut strip, I had extended it. So I'll just show you one of it, how I extended that. Like this, just stretch it and then add it in the water. Just stretch it and then add it in the water. And you can do it very fast. It doesn't take much time. So once you add all these strips inside, then you can cover it with a lid and then start cooking it for nearly 5 to 7 minutes. Now in between it is 2 to 3 minutes. So after it's boiled, I opened it to check, and I can see that the noodles are not done. You can even touch it and know. So now here it's been like 5 to 7 minutes and they look completely done. So I'm going to remove it, and these noodles I'm going to put it in a cold water bowl. I'll show you the texture of these noodles. That is how you will know that the noodles are completely cooked, but the basic time of it is nearly 7 minutes to cook it. Now you see this noodles, they look cooked. By touching the texture, you can see it's exactly like how the noodles are bought from the store. Now this particular strip which I have, I'm going to add it in this machine. This is a machine I have. I thought that it was a very good machine, and I was not careful in buying this particular machine for the noodles. It was not that expensive, so I'm not regretting it that much. But it's very difficult to make noodles in this equipment. They come with all these different kinds of blades. So this is one of the reasons why I'm going to buy a new one which I saw, and I'm going to also put a link in the description box for you. So I had, if you notice, I had greased that particular equipment, and now I'm going to fold this dough in this manner. The more layers the better, not a problem at all. So this is the way I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to cut this particular dough into halves. After cutting it, then I'm going to add one of the halves inside this machine, and then I'm going to add it into the water. If you notice that it's been like very difficult for me in terms of the strength. I have to use a lot of strength. Definitely the size of the noodles are good because I can see they are more thinner as compared to the hand cut or knife cut noodles. So now I'm going to let it cook the same manner, and once that is done for 7 minutes, then I'm going to remove these noodles. If you see that water is completely white now, so I need to change the water and add new water and then again boil it like that, because we want to make sure that there is enough clean water so there is no much gluten and the dough doesn't stick to each other. So that's how I'm going to cook the remaining batches, and I'll show you how this machine cooked noodles looks like. So this is how it is. It looks really good, I can say that, thin and nice long noodles. So now I will show you how to cook these noodles in my style. This is like kind of an spaghetti or udon I'm going to make, a Chinese version. So this is a sesame oil, roasted sesame oil. I'm going to add nearly 2 tablespoons in this hot skillet. And then in that I'm going to add nearly 1 tablespoon of chopped ginger. Once it is sauteed a little bit until golden brown, then I'm going to add a little bit of asafoetida, hing. And then I'm going to add some colored bell peppers, which is also called a Shimla mirch. I'm going to saute it for nearly 30 seconds and then I'm going to add the noodles to it. I mixed both the knife cut and the machine generated noodles. So I'm going to just mix everything together. Some of the batch of the noodles I have actually put it aside in a pot of cold water, and inside the fridge I have stored it. So I'm just using half of the quantity. Here I added a little bit of sesame oil again because I think it needed that because of the quantity of the noodles I'm adding. So after adding that, I'm going to add nearly a tablespoon of soy sauce. Then a teaspoon of black pepper powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and then I'm going to stir it nicely. Then after this I'm going to use nearly 1 teaspoon of Chinese spice powder. This is a spice powder I actually made at home and I can share with you in the future the recipe of it. And then nearly 2 teaspoons of salt. And then I'm going to stir it nicely again for a minute. And then I'm going to turn off the stove. After turning off the stove, I'm going to add few leaves of spinach to it and just mix it. I'm not going to cook the spinach that much because with the warmth only of the noodles, the spinach gets mixed nicely. I will not suggest you to make these noodles way in advance. It is best to make these noodles fresh and then cook it like that. Or if you're using the next day, then it is fine to put it in a cold water bowl and cover it, or in a Ziploc bag with water. Sorry for the blur of the video, I did not focus it well, so I'm just going to show you the clear image now. I will place the tulsi leaf and offer it at the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.